I'm Dr. Lehman, and this is the board recap from our board meeting on Wednesday, November 19th. Last night's meeting was very packed and we had a very large agenda, so we'll try to be brief as we review what happened at the meeting. We recognized the CACC Students of the Month for the month of September. We recognized the girls Glenwood High School State Champion Cross Country team. We recognized a middle school student for his performance at the IESA State Performance, Jasper Johnson, for his 9th place finish. We recognized our school board members for the work that they do every day on behalf of the staff and students of our district, and National School Board Member Day was November 15th. No citizens spoke during the opportunity for visitors. We then approved our consent agenda items, the things that we do at every meeting, which include our bills, our payables, our minutes of our meetings, and our FOIA requests. We then also consent agenda approved our personnel items, our hires, our resignations, our transfers, our leaves of absence. During a finance portion of the meeting, Wendy DeLocus, our CFO, gave an informational presentation on the Truth in Taxation hearing that we are now setting for our next meeting on December 17th. So she walked us through how our levy is calculated and some of the restrictions within some of the financial legislation about caps and property taxes and things like that. And then we'll have a hearing at our December meeting for anyone in the community to ask questions. In new business, we approved 2 MOUs, one for a show choir assistant and one for a student council assistant position. These are added positions to help with certain groups that have a high number of students to provide more supervision. We approved the school calendars for the 2027-2028 school year and a secondary calendar for next school year, the 26-27 year, because the current one allows for students not to come to school on election day per a law that has expired, and so anticipation of not knowing if that law is going to be brought back or not, we have a secondary calendar that we needed to approve. We also approved out-of-state travel for boys tennis team this spring, a golf cart donation to the high school to support students in our structured classrooms who have jobs at GES or at the district office and who might need some support in getting to these facilities, especially when the weather's not so nice outside. We also approved a new position for the district, a school resource officer. This is in collaboration with the Village of Chatham. An officer will be assigned to us on student attendance days to support our safety and security measures and to strengthen that program for the district. We also approved the use of about $6,000 for the purchase of cameras for the transportation department, and we approved the sale of our old district office at 201 West Mulberry to the Village of Chatham. During communications, E.O. Sullivan was with us to share with us the data from phase 3 of community engagement. They went through the 3 funding levels that were presented in a community phone survey and online survey. They shared with us that all came back with favorable ratings, but option 2 seemed to trend more favorably, and then also gave the board the idea to consider that because of the favorability of all 3, there could be middle ground options that they might want to explore if we move forward with a referendum. CES staff members were here to talk about their impact program and the 15% decrease that they've seen in their discipline data due to some changes that they made in a collaborative process with their team over the summer. Our Director of Transportation, Mark Daly, joined us and gave an overview of the transportation department, the number of buses, the ages of our buses, what his staff makeup looks like, and what his budget is comprised of. I then gave a report on our school report cards and explained how our final calculations are made by the State Board of Education, and unfortunately how those will be changing next year, so it adds some difficulty in us tracking our progress over time because how the grade is coming in is going to dramatically change for next year. And then our final presentation for the evening was UIS, the Chancellor, Janet Gooch, and the Superintendent from Springfield 186, Jennifer Gill, joined us to ask our board for permission to annex about 29 acres of land out of our district to Springfield 186, land that is owned by UIS. We then talked about our future board meetings, and there were no citizens who spoke during our period for comment. Thank you for watching this recap. If you'd like to watch anything in further detail, please look at the full video of the meeting on our YouTube channel. Have a great day.